It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
11 MT.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Pass and 60.
Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now Huntley. Little short pass here to Hill. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
They go play action with Huntley. This is intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Huntley looks to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, Huntley. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panther 50, Panther 50.
Here's Huntley. Throw caught by Achane. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Huntley off of play action. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Huntley to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone. This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Huntley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go. 11.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 79 yards. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw here, Huntley. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Huntley. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Huntley working from the gun. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Braxton Berrios, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Huntley trying to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it 21-8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Huntley going to change the play here. They'll look to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out. Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 23, here's the second down and 6.
Gun. Flow.
Right back to Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Burrow looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
11.
This is Brown going up the middle. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Breaks through the contact. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go. 11.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Motion man is Berrios. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. 11, Palmer. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
11.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 128 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here we go.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he completes it to Berrios. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 12 yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10. Now Huntley wants to audible to another look. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Braxton Berrios, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Huntley. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
I'm wondering.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here we go. 12.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he will have the Bengals first down. And it's celebration time on that sideline. And they've earned it. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, tape. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well, and always a joy to be up Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Yeah, here we go.
Play action now. Prescott steps away. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott off play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Prescott now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
Back to throw, McKee. That's complete to Shipley.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And a completion to Wilson. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. McKee.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. McKee will look to throw it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And McKee wants a new look.
And the tight end goes in motion left. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
And McKee now.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
McKee to throw here.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. In motion, the tight end.
McKee.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. C.J. Uzomah taking it in from a yard out.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Nick Vigil. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
They'll roll him out right. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
On play action, Prescott out to his left.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They just get the play off. Now Prescott rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Dowdle is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, Prescott rolling to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
In motion goes the tight end.
McKee now to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Smith catches left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there and a first down. The tight end in motion right.
Here's McKee. Throw right side complete to Dotson.
It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7.
Off the play fake. McKee. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. McKee. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell.
67 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And this will be caught. This time the 2-point conversion works, and it's 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now Prescott.
And that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took it. As he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Prescott.
And Prescott, his third interception. It's Sidney Brown with it.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think